In this video, I'm going to talk about how to get rid of eye bags, how to get rid of puffiness, swelling, bloating in the face, which some people call cortisol face, even if you just have a headache, or if you have what you think is a lot of extra baby fat. So whether it's just purely visual or it's causing you problems, it all has the same source. There's a million different reasons why this can happen, but it's a buildup and retention of fluid in your deep tissue. I figured out how to do this a day ago, and you can compare the results with any video prior to this one of what I used to look like, and overnight how much has changed. You can see my features much more easily, my eyes, sinuses, cheeks, everything is much more contoured to my skeleton how it's supposed to be. Obviously, I'm still healing and there's still some discoloration, but overall it is completely different. I've had to deal with that for my entire life, and I know many people have as well. No amount of exercise, diet, lifestyle, or sleep changes ever fixed it. And no amount of topical stuff, no amount of supplements, no doctor would ever help. Nothing ever worked for me until the other night. I spent several hours just experimenting and trying different things until I finally figured out what it is you need to do. And again, these are the results after just one day. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and then we'll get into a deeper explanation after. Ultimately, this fluid buildup is lymphatic fluid, and it doesn't drain on its own, so it has to be manually unblocked. The fix for this is so easy that you're going to be mad that it's not just an inherent thing we're taught at the same level of walking or tying your shoes. Take your fingers or thumbs and find the spot in the back of your head where your skull and your neck meet. There'll be a few different areas that are kind of indented, and you just press on those and you massage in circles. No harder than that. Just light press and go in circles. And do that for about 15 to 30 seconds, just going in circles. That first spot right there, you're immediately going to feel drainage. It's going to completely change your life. And then after that spot, just move down a little bit to a different area of your neck. You have areas behind your ears, above your ears, further down your neck, in the middle of your neck, behind your jaw, and different areas around your neck, under your chin, the bottom of your neck, behind and in the front. And that's it. That's all you need to do. I've tried doing lymphatic drainages before. People online, they'll say find a spot and then drag your fingers down. That never seemed to work for me. And the reason and the way the lymphatic system works, it makes sense that that's not a good solution. That's not something you should be doing, or it's not effective to do it that way. The reason all you need to do is press on a spot and massage in circles is because all you're trying to do is loosen up the fluid. You're not trying to drag it down yourself. And the way that the lymphatic system works is that it's contained within the fascia. And the fascia is activated when your muscles stretch, when they flex, or when they lift or push or pull. Whenever you move your muscles, it moves the fascia, which moves the lymphatic system, because the lymphatic system isn't pushed around by your heart the way that your blood is. So all that you have to do is unblock the lymphatic system. And then when you go to stretch, when you move your body in different ways, that's when the lymphatic system will start moving again. But this area at the top of the back of your neck is the most important to start with, because that's going to allow the entire lymphatic system pathways to be opened. The reason is because it actually starts with the cerebral spinal fluid. You have your fourth ventricle in the back of your head here, and this is where the circulation of the cerebral spinal fluid starts, which is connected to the lymphatic system. When that's blocked up, your lymphatic system, especially the lymphatic system of your face, is never going to drain. This massage process here helps to unblock that so that your cerebral spinal fluid can finally depressurize, and that allows for the rest of your fluids that have been built for years or decades to be able to finally start to drain. The CSF fluid circulates through the subarachnoid space and then drains out the fourth ventricle right there. The daoist alchemists actually called that space the mottled murk, or the swampy murk, and their word was a transliteration of the Sanskrit nirvana. So nirvana, the word nirvana means that subarachnoid space. I call it the lake of spiders, but it's that back of the neck region here that you just have to start massaging, and this will open up your detoxification and your lymphatic drainage pathways. Within 30 seconds of that first massage, you will start to feel the pressure and the fluid just leave and drain out of your head. And then from there, once you have that initial CSF fluid unblocked, then you can start working into your different channels, especially under your arms, your chest, and your belly and groin. Those are all where you have important lymph nodes, this deep tissue fluid that needs to be circulated. Anytime you have areas that crack or pop, that is lymphatic fluid that has stagnated, and it starts to crystallize when it's there for too long. So this is what causes all of this cracking and popping you can do just by moving your neck or your fingers or your joints, your knees, your elbows, anything like that. That is lymphatic fluid that's crystallizing. And so when you are able to drain that, then you stop having so many joint problems, and so things like arthritis and just stiffness. You'll get your range of motion back as well. Some things to be aware of: these are a lot of old toxins, a lot of quarantined prior infections, and so your body could go through some fevers, cold sweats, and dehydration. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water and something with vitamin C. And then be sure that you're moving, you're stretching, and you're just constricting the muscles in different ways that you've probably never even been able to do, that were painful previously, but now you're finding that you are getting so much motion back, and you want to just keep moving your body so that this fluid continues to drain. You also want to avoid hot showers for a while after, because the heat causes your vessels and these passages to constrict, and you want them to be as free-flowing as possible. So cold showers or cold packs or cold compresses will be helpful in helping everything drain out. Other than that, you're going to be extremely drained and tired, especially even just mentally, because if you're like me, you've had to deal with this for your entire life, and finally being able to get rid of that pressure and that fluid buildup is very relieving. But the solution this entire time was you just rub the back of your head for 30 seconds, for a minute or 2 minutes, however long, to get that cerebral spinal fluid circulating, and then that allows the detoxification pathways and the lymphatic drainage to be able to be utilized. Now, if after a few days you still feel like there's some lingering or excess fluid, that's when you can get into going for deeper massages with the circular motion. You can start to try to get even further into the deep tissue that may not have drained with the rest of it. I've spent hours today and yesterday just continually working different areas, but within 30 seconds of finding that actual spot that you need to, which is just broadly anywhere in the back of the head, behind the, or where the fourth ventricle is, where your head and your skull meet, and then just different areas of the neck after that, and it's completely transforming. You'll get a jawline, you'll get cheeks, you'll get nose, forehead, eyebrows. Your eyes will almost feel like they're sinking back in. You'll feel like a raisin for a little bit, because we're drowning from the inside. Our body is waterlogged, and it needs to be drained, and it starts with the lake of spiders here, the mottled murk, or nirvana in Sanskrit. This is the only thing that has ever worked for me, and it worked within the first 30 seconds of doing it, and I think that it's at least worth a try, and I hope it helps. Thanks for watching.